Hello, my little fishes. Hang tight as I just make sure that everything is working, that you're getting my feed. It appears that we are. I just want to make sure that I have sound, and then we can jump right on in to a Tail Talk Tuesday. Let me just see what's going on here. Hello, my... Oh, and we've got sound. Excellent. Hey guys, Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome back to my channel where I bring you mermaid-related content to help you live life so mermaid. And welcome back to another Tail Talk Tuesday, where we talk about all things mermaid, mermaid-related, mermaid tales, mermaid content, mermaids in the media, the whole 9 yards. So, how is everybody today? I see there's a few people already chilling in the chat, waiting patiently for me to get things going. I know I'm a little bit early, but you know, sometimes when there's like technical difficulties, you don't really want to mess around, so I always like to start a little bit early, a couple minutes, just to get things going, let everybody get their notifications, because we know how YouTube is with their notifications. They're awesome, so there you go. I got a few people. Sylvester, Kawaii Girl, hello. Not sure how it's PUBG Lover 2018, hello. Matt R, Emily Wade, hello. Widget, Jennifer, hello everyone. Congrats on 9K, so happy for you. Thank you so much, Matt. That I was, oh man, watching the number go up and then down and then up and then down. I was like, when can I announce that it officially happened? Can I do this now? Am I gonna stay above 9? I don't know. I think we're at 9,009 or 9,008 or something like that, so I'm pretty excited. But thank you all so much, my little fishes who have joined recently or who have been here for a long time. I'm pretty excited that we finally reached 9,000. We are on the road to 10K, you guys, and I am so stoked. I have something kind of cool to announce when we hit 10K. It's still going to be a while before we get there, but stay tuned. Hello, everyone. Melody, Amanda, hello. Almost to 10K, yes. I loved your Bios's swim. Thank you, Sylvester. Yes, I feel like it went, that was a good one. We just went to practice, you know, it was just like, go. We hadn't been swimming together in a while, and, you know, Biosa's my girl. I love my Biosa. And so a little quality time with her was good since we hadn't seen. Oh, my grandmother's calling me. Right in the middle of the live stream. That's good. I'm sorry, guys. Hello? Yeah? I am live streaming right now. Yes, I'm live streaming right now as I'm talking to you. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't an emergency. Okay. Okay, I will order you a pair. I will. I will have to check, Omi. You never know. Oh no! Okay, I will get you another pair, but I have to go, okay? Okay, bye! Sorry about that, my fishes, but because I'm one of Oma's, one of her emergency contacts, if I get a call from her, I just always answer it, because when she has her little emergency button that she presses, if my mom doesn't answer for some reason, and then I get the next call, and it's happened before, so I was like, I'm always just super paranoid, so I'm sorry about that, you guys, but if my Omi calls, her granddaughter's gonna answer, because that's what you do, okay? That's the thing that you do! Okay, so my Oma, you know those mermaid socks that I think I showed them off in, was the Christmas gifts idea video, and I wore them in a bunch of videos and stuff. Those mermaid fluffy socks that I live in, basically. My Oma has very bad neuropathy in her feet from her diabetes, and so her feet are always cold, like, and she has no feeling also in her feet, but the socks are very comforting, and what she can feel does feel good with those socks. So I had ordered her a pair, but she's worn them so much that she's worn them out already because she wears them to bed every day, like all the time. So I'm like, okay, I will order you another pair, but it's so cute because I got in the mermaid ones too, so we were matching. Like, we've got the matching sockies. Anyways, those socks I think are still linked in my Amazon profile if you do want to check them out. There will be a link to my Amazon affiliate, like Amazon store, in the description box if you want to check out those socks. They are the best. They do keep you so warm, and, you know, if you have a grandparent, they also have stickies on the bottom. So, you know, when you want to be mermaid, but you're 86 years old, almost 87 years old, and you just want to be so mermaid, but like, dang, your feet are freezing, you want to have a nice pair of socks, I just feel like I'll put that out there to the universe. So I'll tell her all that you say hi. I can see that. Crazy 222. Thank you for that. You're so sweet. I love your tails and I want to know if you're selling them or something. I do sell my tails. I am currently sold out for 2019. I'm still making my way through the slots that I have sold already. I sent out 3 tails for feedback. Only 2 have come back with feedback. I'm still waiting on 1 more person. I'm not sure if she actually saw it. I messaged her to check, but I don't know yet. We will see. But I will know later this year if I'll be opening again. Probably not anymore for 2019. If I do take any more orders, it'll be for my 2020 slots. If you are interested in being put on the mailing list for that, you can check me out at shopvancouvermermaid.com. When the pop-up comes up to join the newsletter because I will be letting people know ahead of time when the launch date will be for the next set. So everything is, of course, always linked down below, so keep an eye on that. I was thinking that I had 20 minutes to get ready, and then YouTube pinged and said, Courtney, it's not 20 minutes yet, Eve. No. I start early because that way we can get into the meat and potatoes of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, into the real good stuff at the 11 a.m. mark. I know that my mom's like, I need to ask your opinion on something. I'm like, Mom, I'm live streaming. She's so cute, though. Anyways, that is so cute and awesome. Yes. Non-skid socks, yes, they are really good. How much do the mermaid tails cost? I'm not totally sure I'm understanding the rest of your question. The price of my tails is going to be changing for 2020. So I'm still working on what the new pricing is going to be. It's going to be a little bit different because I had some unforeseen costs that have come up recently with the tails I've been doing and things like this. And of course, I just didn't have a nice way of segueing it into... What the heck was that? Was that you? Did you hear that? It sounded like a kid went, right? It's creepy. I swear this place is haunted. Like, honestly, like, I don't even... So yeah, the pricing is going to be changing. It's also going to be on a... you're going to let me know what you're thinking for your tail, and then I'm going to let you know if it's something that I, like, if the stars are gonna align, you know what I'm saying? Because while I've been very fortunate thus far to have a lot of people who are really good to work with and things like this, because it is art for me, it is like artwork that I'm doing, I also don't want to find that I'm being asked to produce something that I'm just not comfortable with, or that I'm just not, you know, my skill set just doesn't accommodate, you know what I'm saying? So I am going to have a different form and things that will be submitted before you can actually get a slot. So it's no longer going to be just show up at the store and buy the slot. So things are going to be changing, but it's like a little, you know, I'm just going to switch to the ALFIE cam for a sec so I can grab a Kleenex, because look at the ALFIE cam. Look how cute he is, guys. Why is my dog so cute? Where's my roll of Kleenex go? You like how I call it a roll of Kleenex when in reality it's just a roll of toilet paper that I use as Kleenex? ALFIE, you're so cute right now. You are so cute. My nose is just a hot mess. There we go. But you sell them to Portugal. I ship worldwide, but the shipping costs will change depending on where it's going to. Hello, Joseph. Hello, everyone. Oh, look at all you guys. Mermaid Twilight, I'm here. I haven't been able to join the chat for a month. I have a guide dolphin now. Or is he a seal? I haven't decided. Oh, that's too cute. Hello, everyone. Siren, I need to start putting money aside so I can throw it at you for another tail! Ah! Oh my gosh, I wonder what you would do for your next tail. I'm so curious. I feel like, honestly, those photos that you posted, wow! I was flipping my lid, like legitimately freaking out. I was like, first of all, you're gorgeous, and the whole look, the ensemble, and I cannot wait to see what you do with the tail and the full look, and that hair. Oh, okay, I'm fine. But seriously, we need to, like, there needs to, I don't know, how we could collab with you all the way across the universe. I wish we could do something, because I have the full Maleficent getup too. So that would just be, I wonder if we could, like, each take photos and, like, Photoshop it or something. I don't know, because I have the same horns that you do, and I have the full, like, gown and everything that she wears, because I cosplayed Maleficent once. The only thing I don't have, well, actually, oh, I have the same wig now, because I got it for my Siren cosplay. Look at that, Chicky. So exciting. Okay, I can't wait to get I can't wait to get a tail from you. Aw, thanks, Widget. Currently working on a trial game project. It is so fun. Sweet. Hello. How did your Mertail or Monofin go with your Siren tail? I did a four-part I think it was a four-part series, actually on my channel. So it starts with the, I'm ready to share this video that was like, I was just so nervous to share it with you guys. It was crazy. But I have, so I have the sort of making of, a little behind the scenes kind of sneak peek. Then I have the first swimming video, the second spooky siren swimming video, and then the full reveal of the tail. I probably could have put that in a little playlist, because I actually have a bunch of other stuff planned for that siren tail. So maybe I should do that and then link you guys to it. But it went well. It went well enough. Honestly, I don't really see myself doing this again for his Monofin. Like, I've really been struggling, because I do want to make one more mermaid tail. You know, the 13th year tail. I had told you guys about that. I'd been planning on doing that one. But it's just a really hard Monofin to work with. And it's not the fault of the Monofin. It's just his design is such that you do need to sew the whole thing in there. And I loved the number of people who didn't listen to me when I said there's a reason I don't use Velcro and snaps and all of these things, and people were being mean to me about it. I don't want to Velcro in the thing, okay? I don't, because you're going to have extra seams, you're going to have extra lines, it's going to destroy the bottom of the thing. It's hard on the fabric to pull. It works well when you do it with the vinyl fringe, because you can glue it in, you can hide everything, but I don't want to do that either, because that Monofin doesn't have a lot of propulsion. So adding a bunch of extra moving parts to that mermaid tail, just, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, that's my blanket statement. I'm not interested in adding Velcro. I'm not interested in adding snaps. I'm not sure I'm interested in making another tail skin for it, but I do like how the Siren one turned out, and thus far, I've just been leaving the Monofin in it. I haven't taken the Monofin out since I put it in before my very first swim in it, which I think has been good. It actually dries, like, somebody explained this to me, but it actually dries faster with the Monofin in it. Like, what? Than Chester does without the Monofin in it. And Chester is my mermaid tail, like my standard mermaid tail that I wear all the time. So I don't understand how that's possible, but I was like, oh. So I appreciated all the suggestions. I didn't appreciate the people who were mean about it. Comments were removed, but that's fine. But yeah, so that was the kind of reasoning. I am a very simple tail maker, okay? I don't like a lot of extra bits and bobs. I purely want the good functioning, you know, simple, easy to use. It's not gonna rip and tear easily, because there's not a lot of extra. The more you cut into a fabric and the more holes you poke into your fabric, the more stuff can go wrong. Do you make tails to fit the Finis Monofins? I currently only make it to fit, I could technically do it for the Aquarius, but the Aquarius pokes holes in mermaid tails, so I don't really do it for that anymore. I have, the only one that I do right now is actually the Finis Luna. I have a Rapid, but my Rapid was cut, unfortunately, a long time ago, so I can't, unless I ever got a new Rapid, I wouldn't be able to use it, because it wouldn't fit then everybody's tails and stuff. Last week I received my Luna Monofin. I finally got to try it last night, and I may be hooked. You weren't kidding, it's so comfortable. I know, right? The Luna, you guys, the Luna is my baby. I love the Finis Luna. Honestly, maybe more than I love to swim. Like, truly, it is my favorite Monofin, and I swear by it. And on that note, I do actually have a discount code if any of you guys are interested in grabbing the Luna for yourself. You want to try it out. It's Mermaid Courtney. It's all one word, all lowercase, and I have it all linked in the description box down below if I'm not mistaken. But that gets you 20% off of your Monofin purchase at finiswim.com, FINISSWIM.com. So I like to throw that out there. People often ask, like, oh, you know, why do you have a discount code with them? And it was actually because I was pimping their stuff all over the place. I was like, oh my gosh, because I love it so much. So they reached out to me. They were like, hey, so we see that you like our product. Would you like to be an ambassador? And I was like, yes, please, all of the things. So yeah, that kind of was like, so Finis makes that Luna Monofin though is just, that was the game changer for me. That was that I swear that Monofin is the only reason that I'm able to still do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I would have given up if I'd been stuck with the Aquarius, which is, it does also happen to be a Finis product, but it wasn't there. I don't feel like it's even on the same level as the Luna. I feel like the Luna's a whole new level, you know? Would you ever use sequin fabric like the stuff they make those pillows that change colors? I have seen mermaids do it. I am thinking now that the age of Courtney in a sequin mermaid tail might have ended. I'm thinking that, you know, as I evolve as a mermaid and as I'm kind of doing what I'm doing, I'm trying to make an effort to be more eco-friendly. I'm trying to make an effort to waste less and, you know, lessen my impact on the environment and this kind of thing. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're just one person, like, is it really going to make a difference and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, yes, if one person does it and that one person maybe inspires somebody else to do it. And the whole issue came up, like, unfortunately, I don't think it was handled very well because a lot of mermaids and mermen like to be all high and mighty about certain things, and Raina actually did an excellent video on it, and I didn't realize this was going to come up, so I didn't link to it, unfortunately. Maybe at the end of this, if I remember, I'll go back and find her video, but she did a great video on what'd she call it, armchair environmentalism and this kind of thing. But that was the thinking behind it. I think for a fun, like a costume where you're not necessarily going to be in the ocean, I think that could be or in, you know, a natural body of water per se. I think that could be cool, but I have also heard some pools have an issue with sequin tails now. This is a more recent thing that's come to pass where some mermaids are actually finding they don't have a place to swim because their sequin mermaid tails are being banned at different locations. So I have not experienced that here where you know, Vancouver Mermaid kind of lives here. But I have heard this in like Europe and other areas. So something to keep in mind. Oh, Joshua, oh my God, you're such an inspiration to me. Oh, thank you. Oh man, you guys, you're so funny. Oh no, I'm ordering my Luna on Friday. Whoop, excellent. I'm having a hard time. The chat is doing strange things. It's pausing on its own and then it's jumping. So if you see that I've passed your question and you'd like to ask it again, you can ask it again. I've gotten to Widget the Mermaid. I'm definitely a Luna lover too. Okay, so if your question was above that and you would like me to still attempt to answer it, I'm having such a hard time with the chat. They're making updates to things and it's frustrating. So it's okay. Okay, that was weird. The live stream started for me, then I noticed it said click to catch up. Not sure how much I missed. Sometimes it happens if you accidentally paused or if you started and there was some lag or something. Sometimes that happens. Joseph asks, do you have Studio Ghibli films? Are you asking which one's my favorite, or are you asking if I have them? Because I do have, I'm sure in my collection, which is actually right in front of me here, I do have quite the collection, and I'm a fan. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? I never say it right. I'm sure I'm always saying it wrong. I like the Linden Monofin. The Linden Monofin's fantastic. Fantastic. Actually, let's just go back in time and re-say that. Fantastic. It's a great Monofin too. And you know what? The more that I get to swim in it and the more that I've been exercising and strengthening my legs and my ankles and my feet and my toes and all of this stuff, I'm actually finding that I am quite pleased with that Monofin as well. I feel like between The Linden and the Luna, I feel like they're pretty much unstoppable forces of mermaid awesome, in my opinion. You're making your own tail right now. Awesome. The Hufflepuff. Yes, Hufflepuffs. For the win. I'm a Hufflepuff too. Did anybody else see that The Rock is a Hufflepuff? Like, I forget, where did I see that? He had posted it on his Instagram or on his Twitter or something. But yeah, like, The Rock. I'm a fan. Such a fan. Anyways, does anybody have any tips on making a modest mermaid top? I personally like that crop top look, so I wonder if you're making it yourself, you could probably grab yourself a pattern for a crop top and then use like a swim, like a scuba knit or like a swim material to make yourself a top. I like it because it just keeps everything, it's not low cut, so the girls aren't flying every which way, and it comes up and it's a little bit modest, like it, ooh, you can't see me, it comes down sort of here, so it lines up nicely with my tail, so I don't feel like I'm, you know, hanging out every which way, you know. So how long did it take you to make the scale patterns for your mermaid tails? What made you decide on the shapes you choose? Are you asking me? I think you're asking me. Okay, good. Well, it kind of depends on, like, if you're talking about my personal tail, I'll just grab Chester really quick so we can have a little frame of reference, okay? So here's Chester. My one true love. And the shape that I went for, so obviously the shapes that I used to do were very cartoony. They were just two colors, literally. There was the dark and then there was the light on the inside, and they were your classic like U-shaped scales. Now the reason behind like everything I do is I'm a very cartoony girl. Like hang on, where is it? Point A and point B right there. Like I that's my artwork. So I'm very cartoony. I'm not a super realistic, realism loving kind of girl, which is why the siren tail was so difficult for me and took as long as it did, because designing that scale was a freaking like, no, I'm not doing that to myself again. It's not happening. But what I wanted after that last set of scales, I wanted something that was a different shape. I wanted it not a U, and I didn't want it like the scales on here. I wanted something that was unique to me, and I don't honestly know a lot of mermaids who have this kind of a shape on their tails. Like, I wanted them smaller. You know, the actual trick is like it's like a proportion thing. If you've ever seen, I mean, of course, I don't know how many of you have seen Lord of the Rings, but if you've ever seen the special features for Lord of the Rings, they talk about the things that they did to make the actors who played the hobbits look smaller, or what the things that they did to make like Gandalf look bigger when they were in the same shot and this kind of thing. So a trick, if you're somebody who you maybe you're like super tall like me, and you wanna look like you're gonna be a similar size to everybody else in photos and stuff, you can actually give yourself bigger or smaller scales, and you can actually cheat all kinds of crazy stuff with that. So the scales on my leggings are actually a little bit larger. So I could do a video actually talking about some of the fun things that you can do with proportions of scales and like fins and all kinds of crazy stuff, because that's a whole topic right there. But yeah, what made me decide, like, this is really sad to think, but the scales here are actually made up, I'll tell you how many layers, and that it's one scale at a time that I made full scale sheets of, but had to keep all of the layers. So just the scales on my mermaid tail are about 2 gigs of space. So the highlight was a layer, the line art was a layer, there's actually a dark line that didn't print very well, which is unfortunate, but it is there. You can see it a tiny, tiny bit, the dark line underneath. There was a shadow. I may have left that layer off when I did this, and I'm not sure why I did that, but originally it was like 4 different layers. So, but yeah, making scales for mermaid tails, it's all like personal preference, and doing some research. You can look at a lot of different fish will have a lot of different scale shapes and a lot of different ideas. You know, the new scales that I'm going to be coming out with for 2020 are going to be, there's going to be a different variety. So these are some of the scales. These ones are I think called, what did I call these ones? The beta ones? I'm not sure. Anyways, this is one type of scale that I actually offer on my mermaid tails. These are the same exact scales that are there. I also have a bunch of other different styles. You can see a lot of them are actually up on shopvancouvermermaid.com. You can see that some of the different kinds that I've, actually they're all there under Mermaid Tails, you'll be able to see. But yeah, it's just like, what's your style? What's your design preference? What do you get a good vibe from? And that kind of thing. You know, I've been thinking of remaking this tail one more time, but I'm actually, because he's starting to get a little bit loved, and I want to have a new one for when I go to the California Mermaid Convention. So, but I'm so in love with this tail that I don't want to, like, I don't want to remake it, you know? Oh, man. Alola, hello. Do you have any tips for painting and where to put the light and dark colors? Typically speaking, what I like to do is I like to make the sort of seat slash bum part of the tail dark. I like to make that nice and dark. I like to make the front light because I imagine that if a mermaid was maybe, you know, like a real thing, I don't know. And depending on where I'm swimming, I would want to blend in with the sea floor, or I would like to blend in with the surface. So I would want to be lighter and I would want to be darker. Also, just how the weathering would be, this would be exposed to more sun and therefore it would be rougher, it would have more texture, and I try and think of some of that kind of stuff logically speaking. So if I do choose to update this tail, there's a few small things, but I'm going to, for the vast majority of it, I'm going to keep it exactly the same. But that's the thing. Depending on the kind of shape, you can do there's a lot of things that you can cheat. Like you can have dark sides. If you wanted to have dark, excuse me, double chin, dark down the sides and then have light just down the center, you can create some really cool shapes, a really cool definition that can be very flattering on the shape. So, or on your body rather. You can do the same thing. You could add dark and then have a strip of light down the middle. Remember this was Gen 2. So this isn't even like Gen 3 of my tails, the ones that have the different scales like this, have all kinds of extra lighting and stuff to make them look like they're a lot more 3D than they are. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you can cheat in terms of lighting on a mermaid tail. It's really neat. When are you going to open for tail slats again? I love you guys so much for asking. I really wish that I could just open now and just take everybody's orders right now, but I'm still working on a bunch of other mermaid tails, and because it's just me, it's hard. It's hard to keep up, honestly. Like, I'm full for 2019. If you want, like I said earlier, if you want to be on the mailing list, go to shopvancouvermermaid.com, and I think it's either at the very, very bottom, or if you stay on the page for a few seconds, it'll pop up, and it'll ask you, do you want to join the newsletter? At which point you should say yes, because that's how I'm going to be letting people know. And it will probably be later this year that I do reopen, but I don't know that I'll necessarily have tails finished. Except for the ones that I'm already working on for 2019. So it's awkward, you guys. Oh, Angie says I'm wearing the beta leggings right now. Yes, we're beta twins. Yeah. I love it. So if anyone is new and doesn't know, these leggings, right? These are my my beta mermaid, the dragon ones. Oh, you can't really see. There you go. And they come in a couple of different colors. I have like different styles as well. These are this wider style waistband that has my little logo there, and they are available over at shopvancouvermermaid.com. I almost forget to let you guys know that, but yeah, they are there, and I do have some new stuff coming. I'm actually going to be working on it all today after the stream, so I'm super excited. But yeah, so that's where those are from, in case anybody was curious. I am very afraid of water sometimes because of the animals in it, or it might be anxiety. What do you recommend for that issue? I want to feel secure in the water. Can I tell you guys an honest to Zeus truth for a second? I am absolutely petrified of open ocean swimming. I don't like swimming in lakes. I don't like swimming in rivers. I don't like swimming in the ocean. It terrifies me. So how I have been dealing with this over the last little while, it all kind of started to fix itself. I used to not be. I actually don't know what changed it. I don't know if it was a show that I'd seen or if something had happened, but I used to spend a lot of time in the ocean as a teenager. I was always out there. I was never scared of it. And I'm not sure what had happened. But it wasn't until, I guess we'd gone camping like, I want to say like 6 years ago with some friends, and one of my friends, Heather, she kind of was like, oh, let's go in the lake, let's go swimming. And I was like, okay, let's go swimming. Like, and we get out there and I've got like my goggles and stuff. She's like, oh, you gotta check this out. There's like fish. And I'm like, I don't want to look. This is scary. And I did, like, because she was there, and she's just like, I don't think I've ever mentioned Heather on here before, but she's a very like comforting, like chill kind of together person, I feel like. And so when I'm around her, I'm not as like nutso about trying something that maybe I'm not sure about, especially if she's like, no, it's cool. Okay, I'm like, okay, it's cool. So she's underwater and I'm like, all right, puts on the goggles, like, I can do this. I'm brave. You're a freaking mermaid, do the thing. And I put my head underwater and fish, like legit little fishies, just like swimming right in front of my face. And I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. But then, of course, I look off into the distance and we're at this lake where, I can't remember the name of the lake now, but it's a drop off. So the first like 20 feet or like 15 feet or whatever are like this really nice and even ground. Sorry, my nose is just like, you're getting too excited, Courtney. Is like this thing, but then there's this drop off where it's literally blackness and you're like, Lake Placid much? So after that, I got kind of like, okay, it's maybe time to get over this a little bit. Maybe you should kind of, you know, figure it out a little bit. So the thing that I have found to be helpful for me is to research the bodies of water that I plan on being in, like our beach, like here, Third Beach is where I'm usually spending a lot of time in the water and stuff like this, and actually learning more about what's out there and what is actually scary and what's not actually scary, and then taking small steps and not beating yourself up. Like, it's totally fine to feel nervous about things like being out in the open ocean, or being, because let's just totes face a moment here, okay? You know, danger surrounds us, right? But it doesn't mean that it has to hold us back from doing things. As long as you're being smart about what you're doing, you're communicating well with the team you have with you. You know, Eric and I have like hand signals and stuff. I let him know if I'm having a crisis or something's going on. And, sorry, there's something on my screen. And that kind of thing. And then just doing your research and being aware of what's out there. You know, it's in this, like, ironic kind of a way. I feel like, you know, walking down the street's probably more dangerous, you know, cars and dangerous people and all of this, right? But because we are so desensitized and so used to that, it's very different. So the more time that you get to spend out in a lake or out in the ocean, you know, I was a kid, I was in Green Lake, or is it Green Lake or Watch Lake? Which one's the cold one? Watch Lake's the one with all the leeches. I think Green Lake was the one that is the cold one. Anyways, whichever one's the cold one in 100 Mile, I can't remember now. Anyway, I used to spend so much time. I'd be out there with the dogs. I'd be out there, you know, swimming around, and it was never an issue. But sometimes just like something might happen, you might get a little bit nervous. And anyways, what a tangent. I'm sorry. I hope that answered your question. Just be kind to yourself. Research, be patient, and communicate well with whoever is out with you will help you feel better. So I hope that helps. Also, if anyone is confused, my name, Miley, is pronounced Miley. It's Hawaiian, but I'm not. My parents just wanted to curse me up, never have my name correctly pronounced. Oh, I know the feels, huh? For me, it's spelling. Nobody spells it right. Oh, I've had some weird ones. How about Kortnay? I'm like, sure. Not that there's anything wrong with that spelling. I do actually know one person who spells it Kortney, but I just, A-Y, I don't know. My friend stuck to Corey near where she lived with fish. When we mermaid there, they follow us, looking back. Oh no, that's so cool. I love it. I haven't got experience in lakes, but when I was in the ocean, I was horrified mostly because I had no way to tell how deep I was. So I was scared that I might get or go too deep for comfort. Yeah. I have swam in lakes, but never in a Monofin or tail. Sweet. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. like, time makes it feel better. I remember the first couple of times that I was out in a mermaid tail in the ocean, and I was like, oh, this is terrifying. Something's gonna eat me and I'm gonna be on the news. In a mermaid tail. No less, right? Like, oh. I'm designing my own mermaid tail in Photoshop. Any tips on where to get it printed? Where to get it printed. I do talk about that in my new ebook. So there, for anybody who's curious, my ebook is available. Finally finished it. I'm still getting questions if it's done. It is done. It is available on shopvancouvermermaid.com, and it has all of the information on making mermaid tails and this kind of thing, specifically printed fabric mermaid tails. But so far as where to go to get it printed, though I do touch on the subject, it is the kind of thing you're going to need to do some research. I do give you some like key points in the book and whatnot to talk about it, but things you would research are sublimation printing on fabric, and include the name of where you live. So for example, it would be like, well, where are you from? Okay, wherever you're from, sublimation printing on fabric. That's what you look up. And even if you can't, so I had somebody who was like, oh, well, I can find sublimation printers, but they'd only print on like other materials. They don't print on plastic. Still contact them, because these places all know each other. They're all aware of who their competition is, and they're all aware of who they're working with and this kind of thing. And be like, well, do you have anybody that you might recommend? And they might be able to. I mean, you never know unless you ask. The worst thing that somebody could say is no, I don't know. But always ask. It's always good to ask. Can someone tell me what to draw? Mermaids! Draw mermaid! I have a friend named Miley. Oh, I lost the spot. She has the same name issue, especially at Starbucks. Yeah. Well, because the instinct would be to pronounce it Meili, right? But Miley? Ooh, my foot's gonna cramp. Oh, don't do it. Why? Not cool. Ooh, so uncool. I used to go to Donner Lake all the time with my family and friends. It's very cold. Yes, lakes can be very cold. The ocean here is so cold. It's stupid how cold it is. Blech. I think for me, to not be afraid of the fishes, I learned about animals that live in the area. Yes, exactly. I like to swim through the lakeweed at Shuswap Lake Park, right on. 90% of the time, I swim in the ocean. Hashtag Grease perks. Oh, I'm so jelly. I'm so jealous. Seriously. Oh, all the things, man. It took 10 years for me to feel comfortable there, and I've been going camping there for 20 years since I was a baby. Oh, awesome. Yes, I'm so jealous. Greece. Oh, man. Field trip! Let's go! What do you do to make the time you hold your breath underwater bigger? You can take a course. Like, you could probably take an ADA freediving like certification course is what I did. And they talk about the technical stuff, you know, how to do it safely, what the limitations are, and how to actually approach it. It's not something I like to talk about on my channel because doing a breath hold can be dangerous, okay? And I don't want to ever give you guys information that could be, you know, unsafe. So, something like, if you want something that doesn't necessarily require you to actually hold your breath to practice, I sing. Like, even if you don't feel like you sing well, just sing loud and all the time. And that will actually help. Also, the more that you swim, never hold your breath for longer than you feel comfortable, because you can black out without actually realizing you're about to black out underwater, and it is scary and you don't want to do it. And so don't do that, but just like the more you swim and the more sort of cardio that you do and stuff, you will notice that your breath hold does improve, okay? So, draw a pirate mongoose. I call it the same thing, a roll of Kleenex. Yes. I love swimming in the ocean, even though a wave upchucked me against the sand. Uh-oh, that's not what you want. I've never gotten to swim in Lake Tahoe because we always go in the winter, but then the lake near the shore is frozen and it's fun to play on the ice. Sweet. I get dizzy the moment my leg touches the ocean water. Oh no! Oh. Do it in small steps. Like, it's not a race. You know, being that mermaid out in the ocean, doing all the things, it doesn't just happen overnight. Like, maybe for some people, but you know, if you're like me and you have all kinds of anxieties, you know, whatever those anxieties might be, it can be hard to just be like, all right, let's go do this, you know? So taking things in small steps and remembering that other people's experiences are going to be different than yours, and that's okay. Like, it's totally fine to be someone who's like, no, I gotta take this at my pace, because at the end of the day, your experience is the only one that really matters to you. Like, you know, I mean, not in the selfish, like, don't care about anybody else kind of way. I just mean that, like, at the end of the day, you're going to be, you know, laying in bed or on the couch, or you're going to be looking up into the stars and saying, okay, did I get the most that I could out of this experience? Like, how do I feel about this? So that's what really matters, is how you feel about it. And if you need to take it slow, then you take it slow. And if people are pushing you, you tell them to take a hike because Courtney Mermaid said so. Okay? Don't, like, peer pressure. Not a thing! You know? My hubby grew up on one of the deepest lakes in our province, and not until after I swam there in a tail, a million times did he tell me there was 30-foot sturgeon in this lake. Look at the smiley face you put with that. Is the best day ever. Oh my god, I would have a heart attack. Like, I've only ever seen a baby one, and then there was a sculpture. Where the heck was I? God, I was somewhere with, was I with you, Kim? Oh, where was I? I can't remember where I was. But there was a sculpture of one, and I'd seen it, and I was like, this can't be a real thing. This can't actually be this big. Okay. No. No. I just wanted to soak my feet. Then you gotta just do what you want to do, and it doesn't have to be. We don't all have to be Hannah Fraser out in the ocean swimming with the great white sharks and all the things. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't all, and the tiger sharks and the whales and the rays and the whole thing. Like, we don't all have to be that mermaid to be so mermaid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still be the best mermaid you can be and not be all of those things. It's totally acceptable. Okay, because I said so. So there you go. Because there you go. You know what I mean? I sing loud and proud, but then my mom asked me to shut up. Oh, you know what you do? You get your mom some noise-canceling headphones and be like, here you go, Mom. Enjoy. Do you know what I'm saying, though? I love driving because I can sing as loud as I want. Nobody can give me grief for it. Oh, that's the best. I just crank the tunes. I'm like, all right, you know what? Breath hold practice. Let's do this. Get the tunes. We're singing, and it's just like the best day. It's so good. I'm glad he waited to tell me. Now I swim there no problem, but I would have been too horrified if he told me before. Sometimes that's the best. Sometimes it's like, you know, like, is this gonna hurt? And they're like, no. And then they rip it off, and then you're like, oh, it hurt. Okay, well, it's done, right? It's like getting your eyebrows waxed. Like, is this gonna hurt? And no, and then you do it and it hurts and you're like, well, okay, whatever, it didn't really hurt that bad. They are prehistoric fish, they totally are, and they're awesome. The person who gets scared to go close to the shark sculptures at the aquarium. I'm not gonna lie, where was I? I was looking at, I had gone to, what was the exhibit? It was here at Science World, and it was one of their dinosaur ones. I don't know if it was this last one or the one before it. One of them we went and they had megalodon teeth. And, like, maybe, okay, if you don't know, Megalodon's that really huge shark, like the biggest shark that's ever existed, right? And their teeth are, like bigger than my hand, basically. Like, my whole hand is, like, the size of one of these teeth. And they were showing an example of a Megalodon tooth next to, like, a great white shark tooth. And, like, this is not even in the same realm. Great white shark wouldn't even be a snack for this thing, you know what I'm saying? And I remember just getting goosebumps and being like, this actually existed? Can we not? Thanks! I'm a pool mermaid and love the safety of that, yes. You know what? Well, that's why I swim the vast majority of the time. I'm in the pool too, right? Like, if I had a choice, I would prefer to swim in the ocean because it's the ocean and it feels more natural, and I always come home feeling like I've reconnected with something greater than myself. I know maybe that sounds like totes ridiculous, but that's kind of a thing. But then I do like the convenience of being able to go to the pool and being able to just swim and have, you know, a lifeguard nearby and that kind of thing. So, Singing on the car while on the way to work / home is the best. Totally is. It totally gets you in like a super good mood too. I always feel better after a good singing session in the car, you know? Is there any genre of songs that you like? Let's see what's on my phone recently. I'm not super picky. I kind of like, honestly, a little of this and a little of that. The vast majority of what I have on my phone is actually like soundtracks to movies or scores to video games. I've got a lot of Christmas stuff on here. I like to listen, this is really funny, I like to listen to Disney storybooks. I don't know why, I just like to, like, sometimes you're just having a bad day and you just need something super, like, soft and, like, nurturing, and you just want to listen to, like, Peter Pan, and you're like, yes, this is all I need in life. But yeah, mostly, you know, I like, Sia. There's, like, the first one I've come across. There you go. There were a couple of songs by Scott that I liked. Emily, how do you say her last name? Is it Kenny? I think it's Kenny. You know, there's just a little of this and a little of that on here. Nothing like super specific genre of music. If it's, you know, like I've got some rap on here. I've got some like hip hoppy kind of stuff. Lots of soundtracks. I got classical music. All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Do you think a seaweed mermaid top would look good? I think it's a creative kind of top. I really liked who was it? Who's the mermaid that makes those really, really beautiful, like, they're not quite a dark seaweed. It's like a pastel, and they kind of like come down from one shoulder, and then they kind of loop. It's not Finfolk. I think it's another company that does them, and they're sparkly as, like, sparkly AF, you guys. Like, they so sparkle. Who's the company that, I feel really bad that I don't remember that. Courtney Mermaid, so hippie mermaid. I like the pool when there's sun coming in from the windows and floating on my back. It's just so zen. It totes is. You know what? And let me be the hippie mermaid. Being in the ocean is like, it's home, honestly. It's so good. I refuse to watch any movie that has to do with sharks or humans. No, thank you. I'll swim with the seals. Enya. Yes, Enya is really good. Love Enya. This is not realistic in that aspect. My favorite songs are from the early 2000s and 1980s. Yes, 80s music. Yes. I like 80s like workout video music. Okay, that's just like my guilty pleasure. I'm not gonna lie. It's like my favorite kind of ridiculous stuff to listen to in the background. It's just like 80s workout music. I have a crush on Captain Hook, the codfish. I love, oh man, Peter Pan and Hook and of course Tinkerbell and the whole nine. Huge fan. I love the actual movie Hook. Really good. I love the mermaids from that. Probably my favorite mermaids of any TV show, movie ever. Siren Allure, thank you. Yes, Siren Allure seaweed tops just make the heart go pitter patter, okay? Because they beautiful. Oh, that's right, Mermaid Faith has one. I'm so observant. Oh, excuse me. Makes those tops and they're gorgeous. Yes. Lorene McKennett, I think. Yes, I also like her music. Very good. Jazzercise. Yes. Favorite mermaid music. I actually have I used to. I actually lost a bunch of music when my phone died and I didn't get to back up. Or not my phone. When my laptop died, because now you're on my new laptop, and so I have to reload a bunch of CDs. But there were a couple that I really liked. I like the music from, I'm not going to pronounce it right, Abzu. I'm not sure how you say it. It was a underwater, I think it was for the PS3. It was a video game. There's a couple of songs from Annihilation that are just like so good and very mermaidy. If you guys haven't gotten the music, if I press this, is it going to turn it on? Because I don't want sound. Otherwise, I'm going to get copyright strike on my freaking video. But this one here, Atlantis, this is amazing. This is like, I love this so much. Go listen to it. It's just Atlantis by David Arkenstone, and it's so good. So good. I love it so much. Sometimes I just put it on in the background when I'm listening, just like want to be working, and I want to have that like Atlantis vibe, and it totes is an Atlantis vibe. It's so good. What else? There's some of the songs from Blackfish are actually very beautiful. There was the Blue Sky Project, a Clorox charity collection. They did that Clorox commercial with the mermaids. There's that one. There's just, honestly, there's a lot. Buddha Bar Nature by Arno. I can't pronounce the last name. Is it Elias? Elias? Anyways, is also super, super solid. There's some songs from Carnival that are really good. Chronicles is really good. Classic Chill Out, also really good. There's just a bunch. Like, I have so many that... There's some music from Dinotopia that I feel is very mermaidy. I would do a video about this, but I can't play any of it on there because copyrighted music and stuff, you guys. It's so frustrating. Okay, favorite mermaid music. I love Peter Pan. I would watch that on rerun all the time. Yes, the mermaid scene. Hello, Peter. So good. Right? I have an embarrassing mark that I need to come up for air. I get a horrible need to pee and I don't want to pee in the pool. Oh no! That happens to all of us though, honestly, because you absorb the water through your skin too, like even if you're not like swallowing water. Plus I need to stay hydrated because, you know, you're sucking in pool water and you're losing water because you're sweating, like even when you swim, right? Like you're working out. So I'm always drinking water, so I'm always that mermaid who has to get out of her tail, go pee, come back, get into the cold tail, then 15 minutes later, get out of her tail, go and pee, and then come back. It's just like, really? Bladder control much? Like, no. Not cool. Does anyone have tips for activities at kids' mermaid birthday parties? I did. What were some of the activities that I did? I always had bubbles. I loved bubbles and chasing bubbles. I did, like, there was a treasure. I had like a treasure bin. Well, it's been so long since I've done a kids party now. I'm trying to think. I actually had made coloring pages for like to hand out, and I brought crayons with and everything. What else did I do? I was limited at the time when I was still doing kids parties. I had a lot of like my back issues and stuff are worse than they are now because I've been working so hard to get back in shape and things like this. So I wasn't one of the mermaids who did like mermaid rides and stuff like that. So if any other mermaids have any comments on that, be sure to leave them in the chat or in the comment section down below. Let's give some ideas. How would I be able to get gigs at kids parties? So how to get into doing, you know what, I think I will give a shout out to Raina Mermaid for that one. She has, I think, 3 ebooks, and one of them is a workbook, if I'm not mistaken, but starting your mermaid business and getting that off the ground, and you know, basically where to start. I've read 2 of her books. I don't think I've read the handbook though. I don't think I have that one yet. But a lot of her information is really good. So she's at, okay, what website does she have them on? Is it at rainamermaid.com or is it at, if you Google, okay, if you Google Raina Mermaid ebook or Raina Mermaid book, you'll find her, okay? So I'm just going to huge shout out to Raina Mermaid. Go and do all the things. Your stream is currently my stress reliever. I'm making up stories as I make my game. My brain hurts. Oh, I'm sending love. The good mermaid vibes are coming your way. It's like you're a real mermaid in the real ocean, but then safe. Oh, did I miss? Was that in reply to something? Where you can swim above and through. It's so cool. Oh, what is this? Are you talking about one of those glass bottom? Okay, in Belgium we have a big diver's swimming pool. It's 10 meters deep and whoa. Surface. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Above and through, it's so cool. And the pool, it's a tropical fish. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so jealous. Oh my god. Field trip. We gotta go. It's like you're a real mermaid in the real ocean, but then safe. That's cool. I dig it. Bubbles, always bubbles. Those are wonderful ideas. Don't forget. Oh yeah, story time is also a good one. Mermaids are supposed to have stories to tell. Yes. I did mostly dry gigs while I was pregnant, and I was dying to pee by the end of 90% of them. Oh no! A friend dragged me here, lol. Hello, mermazing people! Hello, hello! I'm doing my first gig soon. It's going to be a Dryland Mermaid tea party. Awesome! I'll be reading a story and taking photos. That's gonna be cute. What are gigs? It's like a mermaid job. It's sometimes what it's referred to when you get a job, or like people in the animation industry sometimes refer to their contracts as like, oh, I've got a gig here doing this, or I've got a gig here doing that. It's so cool. You should come by one day. Yes. This game comes out decent. Me and my friend might do a mermaid RPG game. Oh my god, yes, please do. You know what? The internet is in need of one really badly. Thanks for reading my comment. I'm a big fan. Aww! Hugs. Gotta give all the mermaid loves. Oh man, my tail's keeping me like nice and toasty right now. It's kind of cold in here today. What's moving? What's going on here? Oh, I love Chester. I'm so excited to do some minor updates, but this tail has honestly been like everybody always asks me, and no mermaid tail that I've ever made for myself, and I've made a lot of mermaid tails, you guys. No mermaid tail has ever made me feel as happy as this one does. The colors, the scale, the shape, my spots, because I've got spots. I don't know if everybody ever notices, but I've got spots on my bum. And all the details. So the only thing I want to add is I want to do a glitter bomb pass, and I want to darken the sides a little bit, just a little bit. And then I'm going to make a new matching top and stuff like that. So that is not going to be shown to anybody. That's going to be debuted at the California Mermaid Convention, which I am going to. So I'm very, very excited about that. I am super pumped. I think their early tickets, I think are still on sale. I haven't checked. I've obviously picked up mine already. So but it's going to be so exciting. Oh man, I totally do the Mermaid RPG. Yes! Do it! I dragged here. You guys are so funny. Thanks, I'm going to be helping to make a coral reef backdrop. Awesome! That's going to be cool. My toes are ice cubes right now. I just got my blanket back from my dog. Yeah, speaking of dogs, look at this guy. This is what I live with. Look at this sleeping... Alfie! Oh, how you doing, buddy? Do I say chicken? Look at the ears. Do I say chicken? Are you just a little chicken? He said, yes, Ma, I'm a little chicken. Thanks. Oh, I already read that one. Okay, your tails are amazing. Aw, thank you. Lag? No. Is there lag? No. Did a mermaid story time in a library? No, why? It says that my stream is fine and I haven't got any dropped frames or anything. Is it possible it's on your end? I don't know. I don't know why I've been having, like, on and off. I was having issues. I can see the lag a little bit. Why is it not letting me know that I've got lag? It's all very exciting. But yeah, there was really bad lag on my last live stream with the iPad, and I think it was because I had 2 webcams going, so I might just have to suffer and just be stuck with just the one webcam. I don't know. It's technology. I love it. So good. I love how warm Maleficent keeps my legs. That Spacer fabric is so nice and warm. It is nice and cozy. In the summer, it can be a little bit too warm, but when you're in the ocean or you're in water, it's always... This material is just like my favorite. It's so good to print on and everything. I would much prefer to have something that I didn't have to like import from the States, because holy bananas, guys. This works out to being like $24 Canadian, like when it's all said and done, a yard. And it's like, I have never paid that much for fabric in my life. There are other websites that sell it for a lot less, but I've tried a lot of different places, and for my personal like preference, I just happen to like this stuff the best. But it's just good. I love this tail. I just want to like wrap myself, like I just want to snuggle in my tail, you know. There. Hey, mermaid scarves, wouldn't that be a cool thing? Like a printed, like, you know. I didn't get any lag. Okay, good. There was a teeny lag, and you clapped twice in my end. Oh, weird. Refresh it. No lag here. Okay, good. Holy bananas. Yes, holy bananas. No, but it's good. Was there anything else? I had a couple of things that I wanted to bring up today that I actually had to make myself some notes, because, you know, notes are important. Especially when you're me and you just forget your head's not attached. No! No car alarms! Thank you. Okay, so I mentioned my ebook. It's all very exciting. Yes, and I mentioned that I'm going to the California Mermaid Convention. Oh, I did a minor brand adjustment on some of my social media. You guys may have noticed a few icons changed a little bit since last week. And so my shop Vancouver Mermaid now has a different icon on Instagram, and I'm going to update it on, oh, I forgot to update it on Facebook. I should do that today. I will remember to do that today after I do all the other stuff I have to do. But yeah, just a few small places. I updated a couple of things over on my DeviantArt page. If you guys don't know, like I've been posting a little bit sporadically on there, here and there. It's Courtney Mermaid on DeviantArt, and I updated an icon for that. I made myself a new icon. I'm actually quite proud of it. If I can find it, I'm going to show it to you. It's basically me. Well, like I'm cute. She doesn't look like she matches my hair anymore. This is when I still had shorter hair. I used to wear my hair kind of like this, and I had like the bow and everything. So she's my new little avatar icon girl, and then I also made a pixel version. I made that one as well. So I think she's cute, kind of ridiculous, but cute. Oh, and see, now I'm getting notified that we're dropping frames. That's interesting. So hopefully that's not driving you guys too crazy, but what are you gonna do? And then I didn't have any other ones that I updated or to report. But I did draw this guy. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. So yeah, just a few small things on some social media. I just wanted to make sure that my brand kind of fit across the board. There was just a few weird little oddities that I wasn't really happy with that I just wanted to fix. So if you see some things have changed, don't be alarmed. It's all for the better. Nothing weird is happening. It's all good. If I sent you something, do you have to pay import fees? Sometimes I will, and sometimes I won't. It depends on what it is and how big it is. And because I've paid up to $90 before on my fabric when I order it. So now, of course, I do order it by the roll, and I do order it like 30, 40 yards at a time. So it's a lot, but it is still, if you can imagine, so I'm paying what I'm paying, it's in American dollars, and the import fees, and like then shipping, it's just too much sometimes. She looked just like you. Oh yeah, she did. Like I had a little bit of hair that I would pull down the front, and then I would wear my hair up in the little thing, and then I had little dusties when my hair was still shorter. I had like not quite bangs, but like little dusties. So I actually drew her when I was still working on Equestria Girls, and which is why she looks a tiny bit like she lives in that universe. It was not intentional at the time, but I noticed it later. I was like, oh dear, I look like an Equestria girl. That's good. It's just, it's taken until now. Like, I haven't worked on that project. It's been I think over a year. And I still draw girls like that. Like, why? You draw too. So cute. Ah, thank you. My dream job would be to design characters for Disney. I want to do a video. Like, how many of you out there are artists who are watching me who were like wanting to get into animation or wanting to get into design of some kind? I could totally do a video talking about it. I haven't worked directly for Disney, but I have worked on Disney projects. So technically kind of been prop / character / environment artist on Disney projects. So that's been interesting. But yeah, Simba. Yeah, it wasn't Simba, but he is cute. I got my finances sorted, so now I can go to the swim teacher training. Nice! But now I need to figure out how to swim without the Monofin again. Oh yeah, it's crazy, right? I'm like, Bambi! Yes! That is exactly what it's like. I've never had an accurate way to describe it, but it's Bambi on ice. Bambi on ice is what I feel like when I don't have a mermaid tail on. I feel like this isn't... What am I? Why am I? Somebody help me. I can't swim. It's too much. You should make mermaid scarves. Okay, I will do it. I will make mermaid scarves. I'm an artist here, artist here. Oh, I love it. Do that, please. Ha ha ha. You're so funny, you guys. But yeah, I've often thought about doing a video, like talking about experiences and talking about some stuff that, you know, that happens in the animation industry that people should be aware of before getting into it, just so you can keep a nice clear head and not get caught up in the game that it can be sometimes. And like, it's taken me, I've been doing this, it'll be a year in, I think June or July, that I started doing my mermaid thing full-time. So, like, it took me that entire amount of time to get to the point where, like, I recently bought a new sketchbook and I started drawing again, and I'm still having, like, weird attacks of, like, anxiety when it comes to what I'm drawing and stuff, and I don't know. The only thing that doesn't make me feel, like, gut-wrenching, like, nerves of, like, oh my gosh, are people gonna judge me, is when I do mermaid stuff. I don't know why. So mermaiding is, like, my lifeline, basically. Yeah, when I received my tail at the door, I wasn't aware of the import costs yet, so that was a surprise of almost 100 euros. Yes, it's so expensive. It's insane. Like, when stuff comes in, you're like, but I only spent, what did I order? I had ordered, oh, no, was it a Monofin I had ordered? It was something I had ordered. It was something mermaid related. The import fees were more than what I paid with shipping than the item itself. And I was like, is that fair? Are we allowed to do that? Really? You know, like, everyone's like, oh, the Mertailor's Monofin, what does he charge for it? It's like, is it 190 or is it 200? Anyways, it's X amount of dollars. By the time I got it in the mail, and fees, and the exchange rate, and everything, and it was like $300 or $400 or something, and I'm like, how could this be? How could this be? I don't live in an igloo. I don't ride a moose to work. We're not that different. Why is our dollar such crap? It's very upsetting, you guys. It's very upsetting. I just snorted at the Bambi, the Bambi on ice. Yes! Oh my god. You will make mermaid scarves. Yes! I kind of feel like I should. I don't think I'll have it ready for, like, it's not going to be a summertime thing, but maybe I'll start preparing it for the next autumn, the autumn release of stuff that I have planned, and, because, like, you know, especially you're a Canadian mermaid, you're here, you're in the snow, and we had so much snow this year, it was crazy, and it's like, what do you want to do? You want to show your love for mermaids, you want to be so mermaid, but you can't be so mermaid because it's freezing all the time. Does anybody else feel like that? Feel like you're just, like, it's crisis mode, and I just spat on my leg, apparently. That's nice. Clothing designer, so kind of artist here, too. Yes! The end of my fin and tail costed, like, double the price. Right? It's actually insane. Like, just putting that out there. Pirate Mongoose done! Name her! That's awesome. Oh, am I getting buzzed here? Oh, looks like fun. That's cute. My tail was 175. Is that euros? And customs fees. Oh my god. No. I'm sorry. No. Oh, I have such an addiction to buying scarves. Yes. Trudeau did us a bad. When I first told my boyfriend about the mermaid stuff, I asked him, do you think I'm weird? And he responded with, yeah, but I'm weird too, so it's okay. Aw, that's so cute. Aw, I like that. That's kind of Eric's response too. It's like, it's unique, but you know what? You only live once, so make it fun. You know? I don't know. I just kind of feel like sometimes life can be as awesome or as mundane as you really want it to be, and if you want to be a mermaid, even if people tell you it's stupid or people tell you it's whatever, like, screw it, kind of, and just be like, you know what? This is what I want to do, and this is my life, so just do the thing? I don't know, like, I don't know. Sometimes you just have to, like, support yourself in what you want to do, and it might be hard, and it might be, you know, might feel, like, unfriendly, or that people aren't on your side or whatever, but it's like, no, you just got to do you, because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to be sitting, you know, in the little, you know, your granny home or wherever it is you're going to be, And you're going to look back and be like, did I just listen to everybody else's stupid, nonsensical opinions when I could have been doing whatever it is that I wanted to do, you know? I don't know. This is like, sometimes like 80-year-old Courtney comes back in time and she tells me, she's like, okay, now this decision is going to come up, okay? What are you going to do about it? You know? I'm in a country that is summer all year round. Nope, never experienced winter in my 21 years of living. Mermaid Lolly's in the house. Hello, hello. Who likes a movie called Inside Out? That's the one, that's that Pixar one, right? With the one, it's a terrible name for the movie. I feel like I never remember what it is. But yes, I'm a fan. I actually have some of the figurines right up there. Right there. But yeah, Inside Out's good. Hello, Mermaid Lolly. How's it going? Can you find a name for the pirate mongoose? I would have to see it. I would have to see it to know what I wanted to name it. I told my friend I'm a mermaid, and he is sparkly AF, and he is special because he knows I'm a mermaid. Oh, that's cute. Being weird is a gift. I kind of feel that that's a thing. You know, I kind of feel like it's okay to be weird. I don't know. I used to get so sensitive about it. People, like, telling me I was strange, or telling me to shh, or telling me that, like, no, you're being too kooky, you're being too weird, you're being too this, you're being too that. You know what? Like, it's the kind of thing that you're only going to learn with time. Like, as you go through life, you're going to realize that certain things don't matter as much as you thought they did when they happened. But I've been told so many times, like, no, you're too excitable, you're too, you know, enthusiastic, you're too... I'm lessening what they actually said, because this is just words, but whatever. Like, you're too this or you're too that, and at the end of the day, I am the one that has to live with me, you know what I mean? And you don't want to be, obviously, an obnoxious, you know, mermaid butthole to everybody, but, like, you also have to be true to yourself, too, right? You don't want to hurt people, like, never hurt people, never make people feel bad about themselves, but, you know, be you, right? You know? Oh, I'm gonna yawn. Oh, I'm sorry. Woo! Been trying to swim for months, but my pool won't catch up to the warm Florida weather. Oh, it's still too cold somehow. It's kind of frustrating. Oh, sending warm weather your way. Take our warm weather. It's been warm for us here. Warm the pool. I always say if I have to exercise, I might as well look fabulous while doing it. Yes. You know what? And mermaid tail wearing, like in swimming in a mermaid tail, is great exercise. Like, come on. Harry Potter fans unite. Yes. Always. HP fan here. Ravenclaw. Hufflepuff. Oh, man. Yes, Potterheads. Oh, man. You guys are funny. I do apologize. The yawning is like, woo. Tail talk cheaper than therapy. It is, right? You know what? Sometimes you just need to hang out with like-minded individuals, just have a good chat, and then you can go about your day because your so mermaid levels have increased and everything's getting back on track and it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's important. The mermaids in Harry Potter are a bit spoopy, though. I kind of feel like they would have been a different species of mermaid. Like, I feel like there's a lot of different kinds of mermaid, you know what I mean? Like, there's not all one kind of ape, there's not all one kind of monkey, there's not all one kind of dog. I feel like there's not all one kind of bird, so maybe there's, like, a bunch of different kinds of mermaids. Like, mermaid is just, like, the overseen, like, group, and then there's just, like, a bunch of different kinds of mermaids, you know? That's my theory. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the warm weather. Slytherin here. Oh, Slytherin, Gryffindor. Look at all the fishies. I love it. Oh, man. The very first quiz I ever took said I was in Slytherin. And then the next time there was... So that was when the very first movie came out. And the first website, the first, like, Harry Potter movie website. It's not out anymore, obviously. But it was a thing. You know, you could adopt, like, a little cat, little pixel cat, and, like, a little pixel owl, and they were ridiculously designed, and they were really cute. And that one said I was in Slytherin. Then the next movie website, so I've actually been sorted into all of the houses. Slytherin was first, and Hufflepuff was last. Hufflepuff is on the Pottermore website, so I'm kind of figuring, like, that's the real one, I guess. I don't know. I will always love Slytherin. I feel like I fit Slytherin just because I am super ambitious and super like, we're just gonna get this done and we're just gonna do it no matter what kind of a person. And sometimes I just like, I'm very me focused. If you know me, sometimes I am. It's not one of my best qualities, but here we are. But then I also do see where like the Hufflepuff could be a thing too. I don't know. What time is it here? It is noon. Uh-oh. You know what that means. I always love hearing the positivity. You gotta be positive. Sometimes like it can be hard to be, and it's not to say that you always have to be like sunny and positive. You can have bad days and be okay with that. But as long as the bad days don't rule you forever, you know? Mermaid subspecies. Yes, exactly. Many of us are mermaids and Potterheads because both things are so magical. Yes. Did you know the movie Mr. Peabody and the Mermaid? Yes, that is where I got my mermaid inspiration. That is, I have seen that one, yes. My Patronus is a polar bear. Oh, shoot, what's mine? Mine, was it some kind of a badger? It was something small and furry, and I don't... What was it? I can't remember what it was now, but it was something ridiculous. It wasn't anything that I expected. A polar bear, though? That is so good. That is, I wish I'd gotten the polar bear, man. That is awesome. Could you imagine? You just, polar bear? Like, so good. I've usually been sorted into Gryffindor, but I feel like more of a Hufflepuff. I just said Pufflepuff. It's like the weirdest thing. My next tail is going to have fins. Sweet. Ravenclaw for life. Same with my mom and my dad. It's in the family. Yes, I'm half Gryffindor and half Slytherin. Excellent. I'm just going to pull up my thing, make sure there wasn't anything else I wanted to let you guys know. Tails are in progress. Lots is happening. I've got lots of sewing to do later in the week, and I'm going to have tails to bring to the printer soon, possibly next week. I like to go with more than one because it's a ways away, and it's like the back and forth is quite intense. That's going to be, I think, where we end off. I'm sad to end off because we've got like 38 little fishes watching right now, and that's kind of awesome. But I do have another live stream that'll be happening tomorrow. So that's going to be a workshop Wednesday. It's going to be an art stream. I'm not sure what we're working on yet. I do have some things to work on, but we will. Look, we're almost at 40. You guys are the best. I love you all so much. If you are new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button to join the pod and the bell notification as well so you never miss an upload. And if you like today's live stream, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And it really helps out my channel and all that good stuff. But if you don't want to say goodbye just yet, you can swim on over to patreonpod.com, our extended pod community. For as little as $1 a month, you gain access to the monthly Mermaid Tail Coloring Challenge, which is going to be wrapping up shortly. So I'm going to be making a new video for that. And the next update, so excited to see what you guys have come out with. I'm going to check the emails soon, and I'm just like, all the things. You also gain access to the behind-the-scenes feed, the private Discord community chat, the monthly private live stream, and so much more because there's a lot of different tiers with a lot of different good stuff. And it's because of my Patreon pod that I'm actually able to fund everything that I do, because to be totally honest, my YouTube income is kind of wee. So for every dollar that is contributed, you guys are actually essentially contributing 1,000 views to my channel, which is incredible, and I couldn't do what I do without my Patreon pod. So I love you guys so much. Excuse me, so much. You know who you are, and you're the best. And otherwise, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out and enjoying the stream. Look, Alfie's like, Ma, stop clapping. You're too loud, Ma. Thank you so much for coming out. I love you all, my little fishes, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, I guess, in my next video. Okay, guys. See you again soon. Happy swimming. Bye.